Or else. Okay, so let's see.
Hey, I can see again.
All right, so let's see. So I think we had Charlie over here.
I think I was over here, and Narissa or someone was right next to me.
Tyler was right next to you.
The three of you were basically at the whims of the monster.
I was a bit further back from them.
My spiritual weapon was like.
First,
here.
Guy wasn't too far from the altar. I
And
just looked
Divvy
through
was
the portal.
hiding.
Yeah, I was like, I remember I was next to you because I was like, I should drop my spiritual guardian right next to us.
Let's see. You know what? I like the idea of this thing being a big mimic. And behold.
Hey, you can make him big now, right?
Yep. And behold.
It is monster friend.
If I make him really big, he's like shakes the earth when he walks.
Appreciate that.
And he flies off into space.
I must go. My mimic planet needs me.
If we fought anything that was big enough to shake the screen, we'd probably be dead.
Alright, so let's see. Go a second here. Let's put an altar down. That came together nice and quick, didn't it? Alright, and then get some lighting, some braziers. Boom.
Handful of skeletal orbs.
Tossing some torture cages. Help, help. They made us play Amble's Tomb for hours.
Play what? I just didn't hear what you said.
I said Amble's Tomb.
Uh,
Damn it. Fooled again.
I think the altar was over a little bit, wasn't it?
I think it was more towards like a couple tiles back towards where we are.
Eric, can you see when I'm copy pasting stuff?
It was one more tile closer to us because I remember it was lined up with the wall, with that weird flat part on the wall. Yeah.
Copy paste stuff, and the altar looks much better this time around. This is all worked out. It's all coming up.
Yeah, looks nice.
I really forgot how much blank space was hidden by the GM hide thing before. Or was it? Was it just because it was dark last time?
What do you mean?
I can see the blank space out, beyond the cave walls.
I
You
don't
see,
know.
it's the beyond.
I've always been able to see it, so I don't. No, I didn't have it hidden, for what that's worth.
Okay, yeah, it was probably just because we didn't come down here.
No,
like,
you know
until
what it
dark.
was? There's a lot of extra space in the other version that we were playing on. This one was much more concise in terms of like where the walls cut in, basically. So whereas before this wall wasn't just 3 blocks away, it was like way, way out here. So you wouldn't see it while just sort of looking at this area of the map. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Alright, so is there anything that can act as a spooky portal?
You what now?
You know what? Let's make it a. We will make the spooky portal out of.
Yeah, you could make it a bonfire and then isolate reds. I swear I remember there being an actual, portal item in early builds of the game.
We'll make it a lean-to with a ghost in it. You know what? We'll make it a lead-to 2 ghosts in it. There we go. So you know it's haunted. The ghosts first. There we go. That's spooky, right? Alright, so we've got our big mimic monster. Let's pull up its stat sheet here.
Yeah, since we did all our damage to the dragon, it's at full health.
It's true. It's back at full health now.
It's just science.
Health's just a number. One that I'm choosing to ignore, because fuck you guys.
Chris Hansen would like a word with you.
Words are nice.
Alright, got its health set. Everybody feels they're in close enough to the right spot.
Just need spiritual weapon.
Right.
I think it was more like right there.
Yeah, looks about right.
What did we have your spiritual weapon as last time? Just some dude?
Thor's was a bat. I think CT's was a horse.
PT's was a horse.
Yeah.
But his broke because he got sent too far away from it, I think. Right? Or no, he sent it over into the corner.
Oh,
Yeah, he randomly sent it
because I can't
yeah,
see,
right
so I'm
there.
sending it in random directions.
So then we got a bat, which I think was like over here or something.
Yeah, it was around there. I think we were over a little more than the monster was, because it was where he almost is, and we were more here, I want to say.
Yeah, I think it.
Yeah.
All I remember is it had everybody in range.
Yeah.
for attacks, basically. So everybody was within 10 feet. Okay.
Yeah, that looks like
All right, so let's see.
weird.
GM
People's tokens keep disappearing when I move.
It could be being blocked by like the monster token. Like, is it Narissa's token going missing?
No, it was Durgan's, but then and the horse. But then as soon as I moved a little bit, they popped back up.
Oh yeah, it was weird. Like when the ghost tokens were being placed with the lean-to, suddenly everyone's tokens around the mimic guy kept appearing and disappearing.
All right, you should have control of your spiritual weapons. We got our spooky portal. People's healths are set to close approximations. I don't, Thors, you weren't
I
at
was
full
not
health,
at full health. No,
Yeah, you had just
I
gotten off the
healed,
ground.
but I was at like 35 or 6 or something.
We do that higher one. 36.
Because I did a big AoE heal for me and Durgan.
I don't remember Phoenix getting hit. No,
Mm.
He got teleported outside.
he got exploded.
Lightning teleported outside, so I'm only at 16 out of 40.
And then Charlie also was like close to full. Okay. And then Cassius. Did Cassius get hit? I think he
I
took
know
a big.
Narissa should be at full life. That's all I remember.
It was a 100 full. I remember that.
Wait, isn't
Because I healed you when you had like 2 health like missing. Because I was just like, whatever.
like Cassius? He was at like 6 health before he got de-grilled.
Yeah.
10 health, I think, actually.
Let's see.
You were saying you still had your lay on hands, and I told you don't fight me.
Okay. All right. This all came together pretty smoothly, more or less. We got a better looking altar out of it, so that's cool.
Hooray.
All right. So I still have initiative saved. Did you just keep how it was?
How it was before.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's get this set. Thanks, Roll20, for running as well as you possibly could. I appreciate it always. You're my darling. You piece of shit ass motherfucker. Face everybody towards the monster, except for Sky. Choose to look away because she's a baby. All right. So starting off the top of the initiative order, we start off with Charlie. On the last round, it sort of like pushed himself into the corner, sort of like ducking out of the line of sight of the creature.
Zap him already.
Creature that can see through walls, apparently.
Oh, that's right. He said he had to be right back.
You can just wait a little bit.
Yeah.
I shoot Eldritch Blast.
Was anyone grappled by the creature?
I think Durgan had just gotten out and he missed me or whatever.
Yeah, I really had missed Sky.
Durgan like got out of the tentacles but didn't run.
Did you just
Because
teleport?
Back. And he probably didn't run because that would mean getting whipped in the ass by it. Okay. Yeah. I'll duck out of the corner and Yeah, I'll pew pew him.
I commence the pew pew. It's a
Yeah.
+7. The first one will connect. The second one will not.
Uh, 12.
All right, you send a blast of force, like hurtling towards the creature. It snaps, like blasting through one of its rubbery tentacles, like cutting out this like clean gap. You see the creature sort of like shriek. It's like black blood sort of like splattering out behind it. It would like splatter towards Sky, and Sky, you'd watch as like the blood sort of like flies towards you, and then you see it sort of like almost turn in the air, like slowly, and just sort of like like fades off into the portal as if like ripped through.
I'm gonna lure him closer.
It's kind of made to hold itself here.
Dark in here, ominous and spooky.
Yeah, that's cool.
And were you gonna end your turn there, Barley?
Yeah, I'll end my turn very confused looking.
All right, so let's see here. So at initiative count 20, the creature's going to do something here.
I'll
Let's
do
roll
something
to see.
fun.
I'm sorry.
I'll do something fun, like, give us all a cake.
It's true. It could do that.
Cake gets sucked into the portal.
Oh,
All right, one.
we have to head in there for cake.
Some monstrous creature in the Shadowfell is going to get hit in the head with a 3-layer cake. He's very mad.
Let's see here. So who does it not like right this moment? Let's do that same.
Itself. It's really disappointed with its performance in this fight.
All right. So let's see here. So once again, like at the end of your round, Charlie, like you like send out the blast of energy, like one of them going wide, the other one connecting with the creature, sending a spray of blood. Like you feel that same like tugging sensation at the back of your head again. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sorry, ho.
Charlie.
It's 18.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so that's a pass. All right, so then we go to Albin's turn.
You're not dead, are you, Durgan? You have a life, right?
I got 25. I'm going to disengage with my turn. Get the
Okay.
way.
Spiritual weapon, go! Rah! Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, Durgan, if you could BTFO, I can actually have more room to operate.
So it's a d20 plus 8, so that will connect. A 24 to hit.
Are you before or after me on initiative? I want to say you're after.
Oh,
I go after you, so.
when you described it fading away, that meant it was fading away to Sky, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
The blood that you splattered just got sucked into the portal.
Oh, okay. I completely
Plus 5. So 9.
Again, like another like clean, a slice, like cutting off one of the ends of one of the tentacles. The creature sort of like thrashes and writhes, letting out this scream as it does.
And then bells.
All right, so let's see here.
Toll the dead.
It's wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's whatever it rolls plus 2. Accidentally click GM. It rolls a 9, which should fail.
It fails.
There's like a cacophonous ringing sound, sort of like echoes out into the chamber. The creature sort of like freezing in place, writhing as if shaking, almost like having like a mini seizure, like muscles sort of sloughing away as it lets out this shriek.
Do you need me to move around a little bit, Jimmy, or are you fine?
If you could back off a little bit as well, because I don't really want to
gotta
smoke
stay
you with a
within
fireball.
10 feet, right? So I don't disengage it, but I can still move while I stay in range, right?
Give me a little bit more wiggle room from
John,
Tala.
do they attack if you move while you're still in range, or it's only if you break range, right?
Only if you move out of the range.
Okay.
Unless there's a feat that lets them, but this one doesn't have.
I want to just slide right.
Okay. But otherwise, you're good.
Yep.
Let's see. What's it gonna do? All right, I'm gonna roll to see what actions it takes. So I just want to. I want to figure out what it'll do, sort of like with it. So 1 or 2, 3, and a 4. 4. Well, that's super unfortunate for you guys.
That's been this entire fight.
All right, so as you sort of like move, like the creature sort of like writhing and shaking, its muscles starting to sort of slough off of its body. You're gonna see the creature sort of like begin to like shake and warp, sort of like distorting itself, and you watch as it seems to almost sort of like melt into the ceiling, completely vanishing from sight.
I did it.
Where's Cassius?
Sky, you would have noticed, like, as it was sort of like melt, like sort of like beginning to meld and fade away, you would have seen this sort of bulge on its back, sort of like writhing and shaking, seeming to like point directly towards the portal, as if something inside of it is being pulled. And you were going to end your turn there, Alvin?
Yeah, I can't do anything more.
Whip and whip. We will go to Sky's turn. And Sky, your shield spell would deactivate.
Yeah.
We remembered it was there, so
Yeah.
I can unpin that from Discord.
Not really much I can do with the creature not actually here.
Disengage, bro.
So I'll just move over here a little bit, I guess, and just ready firebolt in case it shows up again. Because like we could try and like chase it down wherever it went, but it'd be kind of futile.
I'm willing to choose life on this one.
What was that?
I'm willing to choose life on this one.
Somebody's messaging me.
Did we hear anything after it seemed to turn invisible?
You just sort of like you heard it like sort of like shrieking, and then this like low gargling sound as it did. It sounds like somebody's messaging me on something, but I don't have any notifications anymore, so I'm just gonna choose to ignore it.
It's all good. I've been hearing the Rocco's Bar and Life theme all day, and I don't see.
Yeah, I just.
Do you still have fairy fire?
But so you're gonna choose to end your turn there, Narissa?
I mean, yeah, it's like
Unless you got something.
not knowing what it's doing or where it is kind of makes it hard to plan.
I do, Alvin. I have my freebie for the day.
Unless you got, I don't know, like something to throw in the air or something.
Well, I don't want to waste my last third level spell on a fireball that might not hit him.
Right. So end your turn there. Readied firebolt, and boop, we will go to Ta'ala's turn.
I cast Fairy Fire on where I saw it last. My freebie. And
the creature we clearly saw go into the ceiling.
Yes, where it entered the ceiling.
Okay.
You're
so
targeting the ceiling.
it went directly up, so I'm assuming it's the 20-foot square that's around me.
In the walls.
Okay, so let's see. So let's go to
I'm going to move back.
here. 1 second. So we're gonna do fairy fire, and so it's a 20-foot cube. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like that.
Let's see.
You getting me? Don't get me in it.
No, it was going to be 2 down from where it was, and 1 over. That's where the creature was originally. No, closer to me. The one that's diagonal from me. That'll be perfect.
Plop your guy. Just use your guy to put it if you want.
Now,
Dragon.
1, 2, 3 in front of that. Now, over to the left. Yeah, that's the cubed area right there.
All right. What's your spell save DC?
I'm sorry. Not good.
I think it's like 10 or something.
Oh, where'd that dice go?
So what happened?
What did you say your DC was?
14.
18. What?
14. Right?
14. So you like send down like the fairy fire, this big square of light, sort of like roaring into existence, illuminating this massive square area, like casting light all around it. But the creature does not appear with it.
Great. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
You're gonna end your turn there.
See.
It's weird. Pretty enough. Strange lack of light still. It's weird. With that, we will go to Phoenix's turn. Phoenix, he watches the area sort of like clears out, leaving Alban sitting next to this massive cube of light that doesn't seem to contain anything in it, that only illuminates and outlines the cavern floor and ceiling.
How high is the ceiling?
It's like 4 tiles. It's probably
Can
like
you
20 feet
Can you
tall,
detect
maybe
magic,
25.
Jimmy, or anything?
No, I can't.
I have a feeling it'd be hard to find it through the background noise.
Probably. Well, I can always go with plan A and make a new friend. Sorry, I'm just counting tiles. So the ceiling's 20 feet. Like, floor to ceiling's 20 feet. So if I throw a fireball in there, it could still hit them potentially. Like my friends.
I mean, yeah.
Does Phoenix really have friends?
No, he just has meat bags he hasn't killed yet.
Yeah, Fireball has a 20-foot radius sphere.
Yeah, I don't really want to hit.
So about
Alvin.
the size of that fairy fire.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or wait, no, radius.
Yeah, so it's 40 feet. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to go for it. Although, are those people alive over there?
Like this person and this person.
No,
People
those two
on
don't
the
count.
altar.
What about the worshippers? Like the husks of people that were there?
Oh, I mean they were corpses. They were the
Okay.
people you were sent in to save.
Don't want to mess with the portal because we need that.
Right, the people that would have been dead, regardless of what we did.
Yeah, pretty much. So on that last row furthest from Albin, if I drop a fireball into the ceiling at that point, it won't hit him, correct? Or will it?
I'm sorry, where? Over the altar?
No, I'll move my character. Just gotta remember where I am in conjunction. So if I drop it like right where I am, sort of thing, will it still hit Albin?
So if it was centered on this tile right here.
Yeah.
You're saying no, it would reach this far, 20 feet.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, let's see here. We'll use candelabras. So centered right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skipped one. One, two, three, four. Four. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I had to get up for a sec. What did I miss?
I'm fireballing.
Godspeed, Joey.
It's fucking. We have no idea where it is. You just throw
Well,
fireballs out.
it's a 40-foot diameter sphere of flame,
Jesus.
It's in the ceiling.
and I'm aiming at the ceiling.
So the ceiling's on fire.
It's about to be.
So
All right. So that should be the blast radius right there. All right. What's your spell save DC?
15. And even then, it'll only take half damage.
What?
If it passes.
For-
it means.
Yeah, if it passes, it takes half damage.
If it's still there.
All right.
I
So
mean, if it
let's.
has total cover, it wouldn't hit.
All right. So let's. Uh, all right. Sorry, I went on a little hunt for a second there to see what was making this noise.
Tap out for a bit and then get back in. Y'all started throwing a party.
But let's see. So you watch like Phoenix steps forward, like sort of like waving his hands in front of him. This orb of light appearing like just in front of his face. You watch him sort of like shoot his hand forward. The light flies across the floor, like sitting like 20 feet away from Alvin, and it blossoms and grows. This massive explosion of flame, sending dust and dirt scattering everywhere. You feel the ground beneath you sort of like begin to shake and shudder. Rocks above sort of like shaking as well. And you can hear the land rumble from the impact. And
And the cavern collapses on us.
Aaron falls through the ceiling.
You can say that rocks fall, everybody dies.
I'm out of the main cavern.
Everybody.
This is almost on the level of me throwing those bombs.
Everybody downstairs dies. Cassius survives, leaves, forms a new
Downstairs
victory
survive.
party.
Except
Can I,
for Rock, crushed to death.
Can I roll damage?
Is fireball, is it concussive damage or is it just actual flames like napalm?
He just threw a fireball.
Yeah, but what
Oh,
I'm
God,
saying
keep
is
it-
it like a ball of napalm that explodes everywhere, or is it a fucking like does it have force behind
it's
it?
just a big magical explosion. Yeah, I mean it knocks stuff around. Why not? Anyway, like the walls shake, the roof begins to like sort of crumble, rocks sort of falling down to the ceiling, like one after the other, and then like a total cascade of earth like shoots down, blankets the floor, coating it with dirt and grime, like crushing everything beneath the impact and rock and debris. Albin, you're right on the edge. Just give me a little baby dexterity saving throw.
That was certainly a baby throw.
Yes, it was.
4.
He
Yeah.
throws
No,
himself.
no.
Rock
He
hits
throws,
Throws a 3. He made it.
he throws himself into the.
Oh no, my shoes are dirty.
big rock like hits like your helmet. You take 3 damage. Tink.
So did you just kill all the people we were here to save?
They were dead already.
Yeah, Ilsa said they were dead.
Yeah, Jimmy asked about that before he threw the attack.
Stupid monster.
So far, our track record remains pretty flawless.
Hey,
Like yeah, like the ceiling like crushes in this massive mound of earth, like revealing like sitting beneath the open sky above. Tree falls in, sort of like lays on the ground.
bitch.
Yeah, you can roll damage. Let's see how much damage you do to stuff. See if there's a fallen over tree I can put down.
Nice.
+4.
Nice.
All of those stacks hit towards his helmet.
Friendly forest creature.
Yeah,
That's
all
where I hate.
those hit towards them. But yeah, so like the ceiling sort of like coming to like an unsteady, shuddering halt. Bits of like debris and dirt sort of now covering the ground, rocks still sort of loosely falling from the ceiling. But still, you do not see the creature. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Hey, we can see outside from here.
You can see your house from
Uh,
I'm coming to Lister.
no, that's about it.
Some nice, healthy moonlight in here.
Just think after we renovate the place, it'll be a lovely finished.
All right. Let's see. So as Phoenix ends his turn, Cassius, we cut over to you. You hear this thunderous roar, and the earth shake. The sound of like a massive crash in the distance.
Huh. Well, first I'm going to lay on hands myself for 35 health.
His hands
Before,
all
before
over
you do,
himself.
let me swap your health thing.
I'll be up to
I think-
44. 'Cause apparently it was at 9. I guess I was keeping track of it on roll 20.
I hope you are. I'm sorry, I thought you meant your lay on hands.
Oh yeah, my lay on hands is 30, so I'm at 44 total.
You're at 44. Yeah, for a second there, I thought you were saying that. I guess I was tracking on. Oh, I don't. I mean, were you like? Was your starting health at 44?
My starting health was at 9, so I added 35 from lay on
Oh.
hands.
All right, so yeah, you're 44. You thought you rub yourself.
Jerks himself off, yeah.
What is giving me these notification noises?
What is it? Do you not hear? See? Close your browser. Reopen stuff one at a time.
All right, I moved 30.
Or maybe you're going insane.
I kind of hope so. I have Tailspire and Discord. All right, so Cassius moves. See, I just heard the notification noise.
So it's gotta be from Tailspire. Then. Is it when people move? Or you move?
No. It just kind of like
Rolls?
randomly happens.
Have you joined any new Discord servers lately? Maybe
Nope.
it's new message notifications.
I was checking that, but no, I haven't joined any new ones. I gotta open up Roll20 again now. Sign me out. Thanks, Roll20.
Cassius back yet?
No.
Would me and Phoenix have heard him like come through the doorway down here, or
What, through the open door? No. You haven't heard any sounds.
Clank, clank,
Oh,
clank.
weird. So I like moved my guy just slightly, and now like I see the top layer. I can't. It's like weird on the front, and my thing's already at the bottom. Oh, never mind.
Up on the
Getting
bar.
it now.
Roll20's chugging right at the moment.
He hears you speaking ill of it.
Good. All right. All right, so at the end of Cassius's turn, we go to the creature's go.
Hear a lot of fire suddenly.
I'm sorry?
Saying I'm hearing a lot of fire suddenly.
Oh, yeah, I think it was the sewer sound effect. Might have been dripping water. Okay, so let's see. So, start of its turn, it's going to move. And it's going to make an attack here. See if it lets me start. Fuck out, motherfucker. Calm your shit.
I saw Phoenix just fly into space. Yeah, it's returned.
All right. Okay. Sorry. I'm having fun getting. I kept accidentally like double clicking the monster's token, which would zoom my camera up to the top, and I was having a lot of fun there. Okay. So yeah. So let me. I'm going to preemptively reveal the creature. It's still invisible until I say it's not, which is when it's going to make its attack. Okay. Originally, if you were curious, it was standing right here next to Sky.
Okay, fair enough.
Ah, damn it.
I wanted it to be friends.
We were close, Jimmy.
You were very close.
That's okay. I still have another fireball.
Me too. Oh boy.
All right, so let's see here. So the first thing it's going to do, it just moved 5 feet over. And it's going to like sort of like come out like the snarling. You're going to hear this like loud roar, this vicious snarl. The air is going to sort of like thrum through the air as like the last moment the tentacle sort of like appears like lashing out at Thor's. So it's invisible until immediately after it makes an attack. So it's going to attack first. And shikaka.
Hit a shot.
All right, so it's like a 20 something. Let's see. It's a 24 to hit, and it's going to attack Albin. So 2d6 plus 3 bludgeoning damage. All right, so like it lashes out, it grabs hold of Albin. As soon as the tentacle sort of like wraps around him, it becomes visible. So the first ready attack we had was Sky, or I think that's the only ready strike we had. Was Sky with a firebolt.
Doki doke. It's +6, so that probably won't hit.
An 11, unfortunately, will not connect. All right, so let's see here. I took a screenshot of the PDF because I was closing everything to find out what was making the noise. I can't zoom in on it. So it's going to make some bite attacks. Open to 2. Nice. We're going to do a bite attack against Alpin. So bite attack, and you can do one more tentacle attack. So we'll just do a regular D20. Then click GM roll. So this one will be open roll. +7. Okay, 25 to hit. Will connect. 2d6 plus 3. Shakaka. 10. That would have made that with advantage because he's restrained. Pretty sure attack rolls against the creature. And we're going to do a bite with advantage. Back to the spooky dice. Oh, that was close to a crit. It rolled a 19 and then a 20, and then it just the second one just rolled over to a 2 instead. But it will still a 26 to hit. 4d10 plus 3. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's 3 almost crits in a row.
They sneak up on you like that.
I think it was actually
26.
17, 18, and 19.
So once the creature sort of like appears, like its tentacle wrapped around Thor's, sky flips like in a heartbeat, blasting it with a blast of fire. But like at the last moment, you see it sort of like scorch off to the side because I forgot it missed, sort of like off to the side. Panicked blast. As the fire sort of scorches by, the creature sort of like writhes and shakes in anger, lifting Albin into the air and smashing him against the ground, and then dragging him across the ground, like crunching him to his side as it sort of like writhes and shakes him side to side as you see him fall limp in his mouth, in its mouth. And it's going to end its turn there. Alright, so we're starting off back at the top of the initiative order with Charlie's turn.
I feel like hypnotic pattern probably wouldn't work here, so
Zap, zap.
10
Okay,
and
so
22.
10 and 22. 22 will connect.
Six.
You send like a blast of energy sort of like smashing against the creature once again, like knocking a clean chunk out of it. As it does, you'll see it sort of like turn and like sort of shake to the side. And you'll watch Sky, like you notice that as soon as it appeared, the object that seemed to be like being pulled out of it from before is now almost like stretching the skin, and it's there that Charlie connects the blast, like cutting a clean blast through. You see something sort of like rip itself free from the creature's flesh, causing it to like let out like another horrific shriek, more of its black blood splattering into the air as the flesh is actually torn from the inside out. I'll have it take an extra d6 damage. But as you see what looks like this calcified sphere sort of like rip itself from the creature's body, half the creature sort of almost like going limp. Like you see several of its tendrils sort of like completely like fall limp, dangling from the air in its body.
There's stuff on it though. Maybe that's what it is.
Stuff on what?
Oh.
The orb, you notice, as soon as it's sort of like ripped free, rolls towards the portal as if being like gently sort of nudged. But you see, like I said, the creature sort of like goes like half limp. The limbs just sort of dangling from the ceiling now as it lets out this like wretched, ear-shattering shriek that leaves your ears sort of ringing for a moment, lost in the sheer cacophony of it.
Nope.
What do you want to do with your turn, Charlie?
Sorry, I had to run across the house real quick. I'll end my turn there.
You
Unless
hit
I
it so hard,
I gotta
Nate
run
fell
back,
out.
but what was that?
But you hit it so hard, Nate came out.
A rock.
It's a
This is
rock.
what I wanted for Halloween.
A big, beautiful rock.
It's not a boulder. But yeah, you know what? Just because I think it might come after me since it's still alive technically, and I don't think I'll have much opportunity to use it after this, I'll pop my Shielding Aurora and move a little bit closer. Okay. Be right back.
I rolled 20.
Nice. But so as Charlie sort of like ends his turn, like the creature goes limp, like part of the creature's body goes limp, and you see like the tendrils that are dangling down are being pulled towards the portal, sort of like swaying in the air as if pulled or brushed by some sort of breeze, and you see like this after image being pulled apart from it. Sky, you're close enough that can I have you make an insight check?
Ah, yes, my best skill.
You've done pretty well historically.
We're in a basement.
So that'll be an 8.
An 8. The creature's loving it. You think it's getting off to the whole thing. You're like, oh my god. It likes it.
I keep having to make insight checks, but I have no penalty to it.
I don't know. You're the one who stands close to stuff. Well, bring this curse upon yourself. You ever thought about being greedy or not looking at things?
That really wouldn't be in character for my character.
See the creature turn, look at you. Huh?
Tonight.
Oh, I haven't hallucination of the monster.
No, I haven't illusory. Okay, well, these are about to get a little bit more unfortunate. At the end of Charlie's turn, you see the creature sort of like thrash and writhe. Like I said, but most of its limbs falling limp, dangling towards the portal. Sky, even with that roll, you're going to see that you don't sure about the emotion, but you can tell that the creature seems to be acting a little bit more erratically. Its teeth sort of like chittering, its tongue sort of like flailing around inside of its mouth. But you're not sure what the intent or implication is supposed to be. But whatever the creature was trying to get across quickly fades from your mind. At the end of Charlie's turn, the creature, and Alvin actually got pulled 5 feet closer as part of the tentacle attack, are going to like vanish.
I'm with this dumb fucking shit.
We start off Albin's turn, where he will make his check. So 1 pass. We are going to go to Whip. So Sky, we come to your turn. The creature and Albin have disappeared. The sudden sort of like lurching snap, the creature's cry sort of echoing out now from above you. You can see on the ground like 2 things. If I can get my camera to zoom in. There we go. One, the small orb that seemed to have ripped itself free from the creature, still sort of like rolling very gently, very carefully towards the portal, as if being tugged gently by some unseen force. And on top of that, one of the creature's tendrils, one of the ones you know is the ones that went limp, that seems to have been torn free from the brunt of whatever force it used to teleport itself away, ripped clean off of its body, and itself as well, sort of like writhing on the ground, half dissolved and melted, but still sort of like being pulled towards the portal on its own.
Oh, the
Okay.
orb of the port.
Can I make an Arcana check to see what see if I can have some kind of guess as to what that orb is?
Actually, you can give me what you can give me would either be medicine, animal handling, or I'd let our
Boy, thanks.
It's like
Good thing I'm.
it's like you really like that -1 to my wisdom, huh, Iltis?
I mean, I put Arcana in there. So which one are you rolling?
Arcana, and I failed anyway, so it doesn't matter.
pick it up and toss it in the portal.
Yeah, whatever.
It seems to be like a mundane sphere. It's about the size of.
I can't do anything else with it. I'm just tossing it in the portal.
Like a softball.
Portal you go.
I was gonna say, if you had Identify prepared, you could blow a slot to cast
I
it.
don't.
All right, so you reach down, you grab hold of the orb, and you can tell that, like I said, it's like calcified, but it feels like to be dozens or maybe even hundreds of like thin, crunchy layers kind of surrounding. It's dense enough to the touch, but you can actually feel several like as you sort of like grip it tightly, several of your claws sort of like pierce through what feels to be like almost down to like the base of the claw, showing that the orb itself, of like I said, is like multiple layers that seem to be surrounding something.
You know what? Let's smash it.
Portal. Portal. Portal.
You lift it into the air and you send it like crushing down against the ground, the stone floor being a ready receiver for the delicate orb. You watch as it shatters apart like a jawbreaker, if you've ever thrown one of those on the ground. Dozens or hundreds of thin, almost bone-like layers shattering away. And what's left at the core, what seems to be the center of it all, is a large, what almost looks like a pearl, about the size of a silver dollar in diameter, I'll say.
Is a pearl rolling towards the portal?
You see that the pearl itself doesn't, but the shards that were around it are sort of like being blown as if by a breeze towards the portal.
Marble in the portal. Marble in the portal.
Like, I mean, I don't think this is actually part of the creature. It also might be too dangerous to actually keep a hold of.
Perfectly good portal behind it.
Yeah.
And so I should say that it, like I described it as a pearl. It does just look like a giant pearl.
What color is it?
Pearl?
Yeah, pearly. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like a pearl that seems to have like it seems to reflect light, even like even cupped in your hand, sort of blocking it from most of the light in the room. It seems to have like a soft like reflection that it gives off on its own.
I don't really.
Portal.
I mean, the other stuff is going to the portal on its own, Durgan.
Yes,
I mean,
what physically binds them here. Toss it in the shadow realm.
or we could just kill it. And then I can keep the shiny.
The shiny that might be, fuck it, I'll save that for later.
Anyone seen One Punch Man around here? It's literally the shtick of the fight.
What?
I mean, that was just his heart. This thing's still alive without it.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
there was
been
the other
ripped
guy
from
with
its
all the
body
head.
already.
Oh no, this is real neat.
Damn it! Don't let your love of shinies get us killed.
On a scale of like a 1 to 20, this is like a 17, maybe an 18 on neatness.
Shadow realm.
It also
Banish it.
smells like the monster's butt.
Yep.
You see if it. Let me see if it broke out near the monster.
It's one of those like stones that people cough up that smell bad. It's like that for the monster. Though.
I don't know what kind of stones you're getting.
You know what? It pulled itself like out of its stomach.
Tonsil stone, I think.
Area.
Ugh.
Tonsillitis.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called.
So they're called
Yeah,
called
like-
tonsillitis.
He like tosses the shards into the portal and just kind of surreptitiously pockets the pearl.
It starts hacking up a loogie and like
Yeah,
it's
go ahead.
oysters.
Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check. See if anyone notices. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
11.
Get us killed.
You missed and dropped it. You missed your own pocket.
40, 45, 50.
This guy looks at it in his eye, looks it up in the sky, trying to look light at it, looks it around a little bit more at the light, and then slowly puts it in his pocket. Thinking no one was
It's
paying
like-
any attention. Just
it's like Isildur choosing not to give up the ring.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not to be a sword.
But
no.
it's shiny.
After all, why shouldn't I have it? Continue. Alright, with an 11, some people will notice you do it, but kind of just barely.
Damn you,
Like you, I don't see anybody.
But, did you want to do anything else with your turn?
Well, I mean, I don't have any action, so I might as well just stay here. See if the creature shows up again.
At the end of the turn, we're gonna have to cut out of sight. You're gonna hear the creature's cries and shrieks from up above, like the ground sort of shaking, several pieces of earth collapsing down onto the ground, as you hear this sort of heavy thumping and this loud slurching, dragging sound as the creature lets out another horrific shriek of rage.
He actually will move.
Okay, oh yeah, feel free.
Start
David?
heading towards the stairs because I think that things might start getting bad down here.
It's just a scream of anger that you hear out, followed by. It's probably gonna be- this loud sort of shrieking of metal, and this violent sort of thumping noise of something being shaken side to side from up above.
Oh no, Cassius!
Or Alvin.
Oh yeah, Albin. I forgot he was still in its mouth.
Oh look at
That's what you immediately go.
Poor Alvin. Too bad he's dead.
He's already just instantly forgotten. God damn it, Tiffy.
I've been
Friend,
getting
it's
up and down, I'm sorry.
With that sort of the writhing or the thrashing sound coming from above, sort of coming to we'll start to Allah's turn.
From above, do you mean through the hole in the ceiling, or do you mean just the ceiling in the room?
You can see rock sort of crumbling down and
So,
How high up is the hole?
God damn
5
it,
feet.
Oh yeah, that's right. Albin wouldn't be invisible with it if it was still in the room.
5 feet.
I wonder if I can teleport up there.
already a vicious mockery. I can't risk hurting Alvin.
Do you want to move or?
Right here's fine.
I mean, presumably Albin's not in the room.
If I could see them, they can't. Yeah, they can't see me though.
Ollie, you might actually be able to see the creature.
Okay. So
I think you should be able to. Yeah, it looks like it lines up. That looks pretty kosher.
awesome. So where is he?
He's upstairs. I saw him earlier.
There we go. Let me post this in the. I added stink lines so you'd know who was you.
So it is outside.
There's a floating rock too.
It's a floating rock too.
Got rid of it.
Can I see Alvin?
Let me see. Yeah, I can say you'd see it sort of like clamped down. You'd see him clamped down. You'd see him clamped down in its mouth.
Okay, can I see the top level then, real quick?
I mean, you can move your thing up, right?
Yeah, but I can't see. I see like a highlighted set of squares, but I don't see the figure.
The thing's invisible. So you
No,
can only
it
see
just
me.
made an
It's
attack,
visible.
presumably, so it's visible.
Oh, okay. I had to move my guy so I could see him. He like was invisible to me, so I was like, oh.
Let me check one thing real quick.
I moved you.
There it is.
There you go. That should be right above where you were.
150 feet. Okay. So I would like. Is it possible for me to place a fireball that would hit the creature but not Alvin? That's what I want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll see why not. As long as it's within 150 feet. You can only see 120 feet out, though.
So let me
That should
see.
be much of a problem.
5, 10, 5, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50,
5.
60, 70. Yeah, I should be able to see him.
So, yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Fireball away.
I took that screenshot to show you could see it. Now, wait. Now, hold on a second. Now, I moved you up. I moved you above ground so you could see, but you're still underground, so you can see like the ledge and the creature's head sticking up. I'm sorry.
Okay, but I can still place a shot.
Not a fireball. A fireball.
On a fireball.
What kind of height
Foot
count?
radius. So I'm moving it 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, if you hit this ledge right here, yeah, that'd work.
Alvin's safe. Let's do it up.
Okay, so let's see here. So you can go ahead and roll the damage.
Let me see.
Up the stupid fucking thing. 'Cause I took the screenshot without thinking about it.
Foot radius 86. Okay.
Alright, I got the creature's spot memorized.
Nice.
Oh, the dice bounced. Look at the distance it got.
On snake eyes.
Can't roll snake eyes on rolling one die.
Yes, you can. 11. It's 2 ones.
Yeah, if you were rolling a d20 or
11 is yo. It is not.
Yeah.
In crap terms, it's yo.
I choose to delay that. Mostly because, no.
Oh, babe.
Anyway, so let's see here. So it rolled a 6.
Oh, it's taking full damage.
Is that what that means? I wouldn't have guessed.
Oopsie doopsie.
I don't know. What's the tallest spell save do you see?
14.
What's a spell save DC? All right, so let's see. So another fireball. So now you're gonna hear like another like thunderous boom. Like the creature lets out this murderous shriek as the ground once again begins to shake. The entire ceiling above you beginning to crumble.
Like 35 damage into it by Terran. And we just hit him with 2 fire. Well, we hit him with a fire.
Let's see if the ground. You know what? I'm gonna say conveniently that the ground underneath it doesn't break.
Sky, you put something heavy into him too.
Couple lucky bolts.
Because if it does, the falling damage would kill Alvin, and I'd just be a bully for doing it.
Technically, Tala would have killed Al.
Not putting
The
this
last
one on me.
original party member.
It's like 1 session.
Charlie, can I get a dexterity save from you?
For me? Yeah. I actually don't remember what if I have proficiency in dex saves. Let me open roll 20. I've been so proud remembering so many modifiers off my sheet, but yeah. Huh. Cloudflare.
Rules forever.
You know what? No matter what my modifier is, I'm going to assume that fails.
It's all back where he was. You're gonna take a little d6 dirt falling on you.
Ah!
Well, it's not quite that Simpsons gif I linked before.
All right.
Before Abe Simpson in that picture.
Okay, so cut back to the initiative order.
Yeah, sadly, the only saving throws I have proficiency in are wisdom and charisma. So if anything ever tries to banish me, I'll be okay.
Didn't this thing try to banish him?
No. It's been teleporting us, Dirk.
All right, so you were gonna end your turn there, Durky Burky.
Oh, yes, I'm good, yes.
I see. Watch as Talala holds out his hand, this blossom of fire exploding from on the ground. You hear the creatures like this thunderous shriek from up above, this murderous roar. And this like metal clanging sound as it sort of thrashes around violently. The ceiling begins to collapse in full now, the entire cavern cascading in onto itself, leaving almost the entire catacombs below exposed to the night sky. The creature sort of like writhing and shaking, still partially engulfed in flames. And at the end of Durgan's turn, like we're gonna watch the creature sort of like writhing, like letting out this like horrific shriek, like sort of like vanish again. Let's see.
Along with Albin again, or?
Yeah, so let me move out. was hoping I could put Album actually inside of its mouth. Not disappearing from line of sight for maybe some of you. Actually, no, I think you can still sort of like see it sort of like blink back into existence. As we will go to Phoenix's turn.
Get him.
Oh no.
You can fireball.
So, I know, that's the thing.
Do you
Where would I
a
have to
different
put-
spell?
Yeah,
Get
one
up,
that
cast
won't just
Scorching
kill
Ray.
Albin.
I mean,
Albin's out of range again.
Yeah, just upcast
guess
Scorching Ray. It's fine.
Come on, you can fireball him safely. Just ask John.
Yeah, you figure out where you want to put the spell. I don't feel like playing I'll have to play the game for you guys. We can all count squares, right?
I believe in you, Jimmy.
Now, like Thor's is on top of like, so the creature's like on its little grid here. Thor's is going to be like on top of like, really like you have to picture it sort of like inside this quadrant here.
So he's on top of a supported section.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you remember before where I didn't have Alvin, or I didn't have the creature fall because the fall would kill Alvin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the supported spot. But yeah, it is. That would just kind of worked out.
Blast him.
It passes, then the ground falls in.
I'm just trying to figure out where I can place it where I won't hit Albin.
Have other spells.
No, I don't. Nothing that'll theoretically do as much damage.
An upcast Scorching Ray does exactly the same amount of damage as a fireball.
No, it doesn't.
It's 2d6 4 times. That's 8d6.
Oh, okay, so it creates 3. Oh, okay, I thought it only created 2. Yeah, I'll Scorching Ray at 3rd level. So I gotta start throwing some attack rolls.
Okay, let's see here. One second. Does it make additional rays? It does, right?
Yeah, 1 additional ray every spell slot above 2nd. So you want me to throw 4 d20s at the same time, or do you want me to do them separately?
Yeah, go ahead and give me just 4 d20s. Visually plus
7.
That sounds right. Alright, let's see here. So a 16 will not connect, a 17 will connect, a 20 will connect, a 10 will connect. So you get 2 of them connect.
Okay.
Do you still have your Mantle of Flame on?
Yep. So it's gonna take bonus damage. So I need 46. Okay, can I empower those 2 ones?
What you cast?
Third level
Scorching Ray.
So let's see here. So it's
and what's the bonus?
2 minus 5 minus 4 minus 2. All right.
And then because it's 2 different attacks, plus 8 on the total.
So minus 8.
Isn't Scorching Ray neat? It's almost like a single cast of Eldritch Blast.
If that's a cantrip.
Be moving Alpha's token right there. And so yeah, you like send off like blasts of energy, like several of the bolts like scorch into the ground, like incinerating the grass, causing the rocks to crumble. But what was it? 2 of them, right?
2 of them nailed it. Yep.
Like sort of slam into the creature, like in the side of its body, scorching, boring holes through its body, through its flesh, causing like rivulets of like steam to sort of burst out of the creature, sending splatterings and splutterings of its gray slime-like blood sort of arcing into the air. You see the creature sort of like limping now, like you're watching, like you're attacking it as it's sort of like moving because everything happens at the same time. You see it sort of like begin to like sort of lurch forward, sort of like dragging against the ground, almost paused from the intensity of the attack, but still standing.
Okay, and can I fly up and out to get up on top so I can be in a better position to assist?
Move over. Where do you want?
I have to figure out where the edge is. To there, and then I would go up and just to the ledge.
Do you just want to go up? Like how much? The rest of your
move? Out of the hole, yeah, the rest of my move.
Yeah, left.
It's fly as a spell does give me 60 feet of flying, so.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're flying in the air, it can't hit you.
I assume you have this much move left.
I mean, it has to be. You can only teleport. It can't fly.
Thank you.
All right.
That's it for me.
Let's see. So with that, we're gonna. It's your turn.
All right, so I have no idea what's going on. I'm going to keep going downstairs.
Sure, like the earth sort of like shake, another like thunderous explosion. You able to get down there? Or do I have to remove that wall again?
Cassius needs to lay off the donuts.
How about now? Yeah, good enough works.
30. 60. All right.
He's gonna get over here and look at this massive hole where he right next to where he was teleported, and he's gonna be like, "Fuck."
What did you idiots do?
I leave for 1 minute, and you idiots literally destroy the place.
I didn't get to.
He's just upset he couldn't monkey about more.
He was upset because he wanted to spend his noble money on a foreclosed house. What's he gonna do with this? Build a pool?
There you go. Nice underground pool going on. Just think that creepy grandma can keep you company this entire time.
Give me 1 second.
make a roll on his make player's dead table.
I can't tell if I can see it or not because the torchlight from its token. Oh, no, it's back. Surprisingly, I can still see it.
As long as you can zap.
So you see, watches like the creature sort of like lurches and almost roils across the surface, as much sort of like dragging itself along the ground as possible. As it continues to sort of like pull itself, like Albin still clasped in its jaws, away. As we will then cut over to Charlie's turn. As you said, still just barely able to make out the creature.
Y'all know something I find kind of weird?
Nuke it.
Oh yeah, before I make the roll, do I have, like, if I wanted to use an inspiration that I have, would I need to declare that before the roll, or?
Before, for
Okay.
inspiration.
I didn't know since I would be making 2 attack rolls at the same time, if I'd have to declare it for one of them before I, yeah. So, like,
Check that. Yeah, it says when you make the attack, but that technically means before, because otherwise it would say after.
yeah, I didn't know if I said that I, used my inspiration if I could roll 3 and take 2, or if I'd have to roll with advantage one time and then roll normally another.
You'd roll with advantage one time, and then normally another.
Okay. I'll still do it either way, but just wanted to make sure first. Okay, 18.
An 18 does connect.
20, 20.
19.
Both connect.
And 17 damage.
Sorry, I was just kind of like mulling things over. I was kind of dreading what would happen if you didn't kill it.
Yay!
No,
Charlie killed it
kill
again.
it.
Oh,
What was that?
You send off 2 blasts, like you see the creature sort of like reel back, roaring again, but still it manages to maintain its stance. Are you gonna do anything else with your turn?
much else I can do. Oh, but I was gonna say earlier, the thing I find weird is that throughout the fight, it didn't just use its warp ability to send us into these cages all around the room.
Shut up.
I mean, what it did was very effective. And also, you passed every single attempt to use it on you. You mean shut up? We're at the end of the fight. As if what it did wasn't like... it could have put the ranged spellcasters inside these metal cages. That would have helped it. Says Charlie, the dumb poop idiot. Why couldn't the shark have put us into the shark cages? Get out. Get out. Get out.
Can I see Alvin at all?
You ended your turn there, Charlie Barley?
I'm trying to think, like, if I could try to jump to the ledge above me. How high is it?
It's 25 feet up.
High.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm not making that.
You're not a monkey. No.
It'd be like 22 to like the ledge there, but yeah, it's supposed to be. They don't really do halves. But yeah. So at the end of your turns, where you end, Phoenix, the creature will become invisible.
Son of a bitch!
But you should have a kind of an idea where he is since I'm there.
We'll see how long that lasts. But but otherwise you end your turn.
Yes.
Okay.
There's nothing else I can do.
Right up, but I just need another death save from you.
Fine, I just count the one I accidentally double clicked, or
No. Because this one has a lot of weight to it. You're at 2 fails and a pass.
I failed twice.
The creature bit you. Oh, look at that! You stabilize with 1 health at the. Is it at the start of your turn?
It's instantly, I thought.
Give him the bomb!
Wake up and bonk him immediately.
God. Thinking about it, I would have used my extra refuge, but goddamn, it's not great for stuff like casting fly on myself.
All right, so let's see. So Alvin, so you like snap awake. You've got 1 health, no weapons, and the creature's invisible but holding on to you.
I don't have my weapon.
You drop things when you fall unconscious.
Okay.
Before you've just been picking them up because it was just like at your feet, basically.
You think that's like an AoE?
I have an AoE. I also should be able to feel it, right? So I could send an attack into the arm.
Yeah, we've done this before. It's still invisible to try and like land a good hit on it. So it's still, for the sake of it, it still counts as
So
invisible.
like Toll the Dead wouldn't work on it.
You told the dead you specifically have to be able to see it.
Okay.
Spells.
Oh, is your spiritual weapon still around?
It's on the
Downstairs.
it'd be way out there. Or it should be gone. I'm far. It should be dead or spelled. But I could summon another one.
Yeah, but
Still invisible.
Can you heal yourself at all?
Oh yeah.
I wonder if you could grapple it.
I could
Depends on how
curse
dead it is. It's on its last legs, and
I know. It's like I should save myself though.
You can try and break free. You can.
I know. I
Heal
should
yourself.
heal myself. I think.
Heal would be good for you.
Would healing myself get rid of like my death saves and all that crap, or I don't.
Waking
know how
up
that
does.
Oh, okay.
Right now you're at 1 health. Yeah, it gives you 1 health at the start of your turn.
Okay, I can do inflict wounds though, right? It's any creature that you're in reach. And I
Same
can
thing.
touch
It would have disadvantage on the attack, but yeah.
I still have my inspiration. Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm doing inflict wounds 4. Level 4. Which would be so a melee spell attack against.
You are touching it.
So it would
Yeah.
be so it would be a D20 plus
With
8.
inspiration.
That'd just be normal attack.
Okay.
So D20 plus 8.
It's
That thing's
time.
gonna get fucked.
He's about to
It's with the
get.
wrong dwarf.
Yeah, just
So
start playing the
every
music.
spell slot above second or higher, damage
So you
increased
would
by
roll
1d10.
12 D10 necrotic damage.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Now's a good time for that glowing eyes dwarf.
That's 2 nat 20s in a row, by the way.
Oh wow!
That's a little bit of damage.
Right? Escape ride. You don't know if it's gone or not. It's just
Alright, Doris, how do you want to end it?
Obliterated by necrotic energy.
He just sees me open, my eyes glow, and I grab a arm, and it just explodes.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
What the
Alvin just goes anime.
Serious glowing Albin.
why you do that at the start of the fight.
Original member for a reason.
I purposefully chose not to kill you.
I know you.
Figured, I figured all the talk of, railroading with the fucking villagers being dead and railroading with the ritual being done and railroading with...
Shoot.
How did we railroad? We're the one that chose to take rests inside the manor, you idiots.
Shoot.
But with that, cut to Albin, the only one able to see him being Charlie, I believe. Actually, I don't even think Charlie can see
Jimmy,
him.
right? He's up here.
Yeah, actually, Phoenix
Yeah,
can
I
see him.
You're the amount of time we took.
Actually,
it's like you're slightly.
You're out in the dark. I don't think Phoenix can see you either.
He's the only member without dark vision.
He just sees my eyes glow,
Yeah,
and then
we'll
an
go with that.
explosion, like a exploding sound, like a giant balloon popping.
You see this
Can I
faint
fly over
red
to check
glow.
on him?
These palms sort of like reaching out, grabbing hold of something in the darkness. You see this sort of like, you hear this wrenching shriek, this violent thrashing as Albin is sort of like lifted up into the air momentarily. Then you hear this loud sort of like popping sound. And you see this area in front of Albin sort of explode into this black ichor. There's not really
Is
anything
it dead?
but
Yes.
this stuff. Here we go. And
Turns out Alvin was a demigod the whole time. Just taking it easy so we wouldn't feel as bad.
Look for more pearls.
Yeah, I agree. Look for more shinies.
here we go.
Yeah, first thing I'm going to do is heal myself.
Now it's dead. So with the earth around the manor in shambles, blasted and burned, silence once again descends upon the area as the last shriek sort of echoes out into the darkness.
Does the area seem less haunted now?
Let's see.
In a few hours, the sun will rise.
Can I fly over and check on Albin?
Yeah, Sky is going to make sure that the bodies are actually dead.
Combat's over. Can I join the?
Okay, 1 second. There's like an ending thing. As the shriek fades off into the darkness beyond the hole, the room around you becomes still. Almost deathly still. But quickly the atmosphere of the room starts to change. You can feel it begin to become charged with an almost electrical power. And you can feel the hair on your arms, on your head, and on Sky's whole body begin to rise as if lifted by static.
And keep balloons away.
You see a bolt of bright blue light arc from the portal, seeming to sap away its existence. As it begins to arc around the room, traveling around the outside of the cave, forming an almost oblong oval around it. It circles around and around, blasting straight towards Charlie, zipping past him, blasting the line of salt into the air as it does, sending a little cascade of the fine powder, scattering to the floor. The cages lining the chamber begin to rattle. The manacles, chains, and the altar itself beginning to shake. The skulls that litter the insides of the chamber, of the torture boxes, shark cages that DB wanted to be put inside of, begin to sort of shake and turn as if facing as much of the group as they can. But still the bolt of electricity sort of arcs back in and begins to circle around the room once more. From the bones that litter the room, you see specters begin to rise. A few at first, then more and more. Ghosts begin to rise from the altar, from the room, from the floor itself. Some look confused, some look happy. Some even seem to speak with each other. But you hear no words as their mouths move. One of the ghosts looks off into the distance, as though seeing something. You can't make out what they're looking at. But you notice that more and more of the ghosts are stopping their conversations, are starting to look in the same direction. First one, then another, and then many start to walk in that direction. Some grab and hold the hands of others near them. Others simply walk along alone. And as they walk, they begin to fade. Soon the room is empty, save for one lone specter. For a brief moment, in the middle of the room, it seems to linger. It seems to be a faint outline of an old woman. She looks, in turn, at each of the members of the party still in the chamber. She smiles. She nods. And then she disappears.
I think we did a good thing here tonight.
Sky says as she fiddles with the pearl between her paw pads.
Double good thing because you get a shiny out of it.
All right, I made it back. Where's the monster?
He did.
It's okay, Cassius. We already killed it and freed. Well, technically, Albin killed it because Albin is some sort of like divine being.
It's almost like I'm a devout follower of a god or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds pretty neat.
He's a
What about the
demigod.
ghosts?
Gluttony.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
healing
they
myself.
already passed.
Oh,
Everything's fine now.
you check on the lady and the ghost upstairs?
They probably
Oh
passed
right,
too.
Lex exists, or does she? I don't know.
Well, if she's still there, let's whack her and get some experience.
Wow, that's rude.
I guess I should at
Misogynist.
least. We should at least take the body of like the missing townspeople that are on the altar for burial. Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go fly over to Albin and check on him.
and I healed myself for 12.
I have things to pilfer as well. I could use some help with it.
Where are
I think
you?
that thing's
Oh,
been
wait, no,
feeding
not
for a
12.
while.
I'm sorry, for 11.
Hang on. Where's the donkey?
The map got erased. Remember, they just never put. They just never
So-
put the donkeys back.
The donkey fell.
No, the donkey was never put back on the map after the map was deleted.
Oh, okay.
They're fine.
Stupid.
And Jimmy, you can come over here and help me look through this thing's stuff for stuff.
Oh. I just looked in D&D chat,
Sounds
Doris.
good.
That's exactly the image I thought. when it
Doris,
happened.
why do you keep appearing and disappearing?
That's the
Yeah,
image
that
for
just
when
happens.
when Albin's had enough of the shit that's going on.
It's either food or shit gets real.
All right. Upstairs, Cassius, there's some valuable lab equipment.
Hmm.
Is that so? The portal's gone and all that stuff.
Correct.
Okay.
Is there some cloth anywhere in this house?
There was a tablecloth would be the closest one where you are.
I was just gonna wrap the bodies up so we can transport them back to the village.
Where's Cassius? I lost Cassius.
I guess
Something
we'll look
with
through
you.
this for any usable anything. I guess I don't know.
Man, line of sight's weird. I put Charlie onto the altar, so like I was gonna say, like to investigate it.
Just sit still. I mean, if you just there we go.
Sorry. But Sky keeps appearing and disappearing, so line of sight.
Oh, and I want to grab my axe.
All right, so let's work.
Let's go through everything one at a time.
Yeah.
Let's work on a post-adventure kind of scenario here. Okay,
Awesome.
so let's give a general checklist of things that we want to do.
We want to investigate the upstairs again. See if the ghosts are still there.
The ghost and Lex is still there because then we can tell them they can leave or whatever.
Bonk Lex on the head.
Why would we kill them?
I don't know, because Tal is a bloodthirsty maniac.
Not a bloodthirsty maniac. I guarantee, like, she's a zombie or a scarecrow or something.
Okay,
Oh, so you think it's okay for to kill things just because of what they are?
They're zombies, they're scarecrows, yes.
Or like if it's something you're pretty sure is evil, it's okay to just straight up and kill them?
so Sky.
Let's see
So
where
looking
this
at
is
what we were looking at, you would remember that there was a tablecloth in the dining room. I'm not sure about how sturdy it would be, but it'd be better than nothing.
Yeah, so Sky will just take that and just just wrap up the bodies and put them on the cart to take back to town so their families can bury them.
Is there any fancy silverware down there?
I don't know. You were going upstairs.
Question for Scott.
Sky would not have even bothered to check.
Look at that.
Neat.
Okay. Outside of that, while Sky takes care of that, Albin sort of trudges back to the house with Phoenix in tow. We cut back to Cassius and Tala, now back on the second floor.
Warrior Ghost. You here, buddy?
The house no longer creaks or groans, seeming to sit in silence.
Yeah, we could make this place our base of operations.
Nor is it sort of
Oh,
like slightly
like-
faded as it goes. You enter the chamber and you call out, but even then, the chamber ghost doesn't appear. The house feels quiet, barren, in a way it didn't before.
Oh,
Yes, it's go say hi to Lex.
I'm not there, but just for Narissa's sake, were the skeletons all still at the table, though?
Skeletons were still at the table.
Okay.
Now you can finally get that bell.
Oh, I took the bell.
Bell's gone.
Be right back.
Smart time to take the bell.
As the doors feel like misbehaving, they must be taught.
Is there anybody in here?
Cassius, you enter into the room, and it seems older than you would have expected it to. But, whether surprising or not, you would see a sleeping form in the bed. One easily recognizable as Lex. The same as she was when you last saw her.
Lex.
That is a slightly different token than it was last time.
Oh, my hero. It's actually kind of funny that you're the one that walked in.
Hey, spooky lady, you still alive?
So, Cassie, so you walk in. You said you started like calling out to her.
Yeah.
You enter into the room, seeing the prone figure. You sort of call out to them. You see them sort of like stir and sort of like push themselves up from the bed, seeming confused, dazed. But she sort of like looks up and like sort of acknowledges you.
The creature's dead. Are you still trapped here, or can you leave?
I don't think she even knew about the creature.
Yeah, you see her sort of like look at
Yeah.
you confused.
I want to
Kind
go
of
with
like-
them to help.
This is happening like while you're sort of trudging back and like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sort of like she like kind of like pulls herself out of the bed. And you see her sort of like sit there for a second, like on the edge, sort of like pressing her feet against the ground, as if you see her kind of press herself up, very sort of like shakily. It takes her in like an attempt. She sort of like falls back onto the bed and then sort of like stands up. And you see her sort of like stand and sort of like stretch her legs, sort of like uncertain with like very sort of cautiously. He's like slowly sort of like turns to look at you, kind of half leaning up against the wall, I'll say. Sort of support herself a bit. And she'll sort of ask, what is it that you mean? Trapped creature. See, she has this look of just confusion, befuddlement on her face.
I mean, are you able to leave this manor after it was haunted? I mean,
You see her like shaking her head slightly, like bringing her hand up to her forehead as if like trying to rub away a headache. She asks, "What creature? Who are you? Where's Merrick?"
Eric has passed on.
does she not remember? I'm guessing she doesn't remember that anything that's happened.
Not that you can recognize. You give me an insight check.
May I?
We'll let Cassius do it with advantage.
Insight is +2.
You can tell that she truly is confused. As far as you can tell, it's not an act or a play. She doesn't seem to have any idea what it is you're talking about, and she very clearly doesn't recognize who you are. So how do you want to handle this? You want to sit down and like slowly explain what's going on? You're gonna kill her?
Yeah.
Or...
Explain
Get
what's
her
going
out
on.
of the house.
I'll just explain what's going on. Yeah.
So I'll say that sort of happens, like the rest of the party sort of like coming together. Would you want to talk about it here? Did you want to like take her and like meet up with the rest of the party somewhere? Did you sort of
I'm
going
assuming
through
she's
with
not
it?
gonna really want to go with us until we tell her what's going on.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, go ahead and give me a persuasion check with advantage.
So +6 to this. 20.
You spend a moment, sort of like after like sort of talking with her, explaining what's been happening. You see her face go through several shades of shock, despair, and disbelief. And eventually she winds up sort of like sitting back on the edge of the bed as you explain. It's easy for her to see that you're telling the truth, seeing just the general state of disrepair and ruin that the room you're inside of is in. But not only that, the uneasy quietness of the area around of what you can only assume must have been a once bustling church of sorts. Eventually, although it takes some time, she's willing to exit the room with you. And you can see that more and more she begins to believe the story, seeing the state the rest of the house has evolved into over time. Eventually, she just sort of like sits quietly, thinking to herself. And you feel it pertinent to give her time to consume what has happened. So that's happening well. Sky is wrapping up the bodies, carrying them back up. I imagine someone helped Sky with that. Maybe Albin on the way back from getting his weapon.
Thoris?
Yeah, so it's maybe stepped away once you realize we're kind of done.
We'll say that's what happens. So what else is the rest of the party looking to do while this is happening? They're sort of like post-adventure scenario.
I was gonna like try and investigate the altar and try and figure out like what plane it was connecting to, or just like where it was summoning that from, or what it was doing exactly.
I'll see if you
Rex,
wait
leave
long enough for Sky to show up. I could give you advantage on her describing what she saw and working with you on the statue or on the altar itself. So you can give me your choice of history or arcana with advantage, as I'll assume Sky will help with it.
Okay. Arcana.
And here, let me get up real quick before you do that.
Had to go take the trash out. What happened?
You ended up helping me take the bodies back up to the cart.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Yeah, I was gonna say like if that wasn't gonna happen, I could just give myself advantage and with my star chain, since we took a short rest earlier. I'll save that if I had to make another roll on it.
Better to have more resources than you needed than not enough resources.
I'm the only one who really got fucked up by that guy, huh?
No, CT got pretty fucked up.
But I mean, like, would be still fucked up.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was kind of fixated on you.
Had not rolled that 20 to save yourself, you probably would be dead right now.
Yeah.
He's alive.
Yeah, he was
And once
destroying me.
again, John lets us down by not killing Tala.
I think it's doing like it just rolls 40, 10 plus 3. That's ridiculous damage. That's just one attack too.
So,
But anybody who's complaining about railroading, you're retarded. We took
Yeah.
we took multiple. I think we took one or two. Maybe
We took
two.
one
We took
short
one
rest.
rest. I just thought since
We
it
gave
took
the
us
guy
so
an hour to
it took
complete
us
the
such
ritual.
little time to get here, because we actually got here as soon with what you rolled as soon as we could. So I mean, if we would have had no time, pretty much, it would have already been done if we had got here like an hour later.
I didn't think he was railroading, so I just thought that monster was fucking raping me, that's all.
So I just kind of assumed that it would have just
It's just tough. It was like
we
a
were here too
boss.
late.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought that was part of the story, honestly.
Yeah.
touch. Hey, Taryn, mind helping me move some alchemy equipment?
Oh, first we're gonna help Lex go downstairs. She seems unsteady.
Yeah,
Help her to the cart.
I'm gonna help with the bodies and I'll help loot whatever also, I don't care.
If Lex doesn't want to ride with the body, she can ride Grumbles. It's fine.
Yeah, has had it too good for too long. He's got to earn his keep.
This guy can walk.
Well, I do have a cart, so it's all good.
The cart is currently full of bodies.
It's about to be full of other things.
Yeah, Kill Steal Charlie was beaten finally, and all it took was the finger of God coming down.
Yeah, what's your goddess's name? She just reached through the sky and just poked the monster to death.
Basically Mother Nature.
Gaia reached out.
Yeah, at first I was like, how the hell did I do so much damage? And I was like, oh, it's 6d10 and I crit.
It's like you fucking upcast a first level spell at 4th level.
Yeah, my only 4th level spell slot.
It's like, what 4th level spells do you have to go with that slot?
Guardian of Faith, Death Ward, Guardian of Faith, Death Ward, and Stone Shape.
You have all of those prepared?
Yeah. Clerics get a lot of prepared spells. And two of them are from just my class.
Oh, right, yeah. Your domain.
Is Cassius still upstairs, or did he leave?
John's AFK, so I'm not moving.
Yeah.
So he had to step away.
You know, honestly, I think Albin has the highest kill count in this house.
Yeah, he just obliterated those shadows.
Obliterated the shadows. He killed some of the crows. Helped me kill rats. What else did we fight? Who got the killing blow on the Bodak, or however you say its name?
Cassius, I think?
Oh, yeah, right, he smited it. And then Ilthus reminded him if he had been rolling his smite dice right, he would have killed it like 2 turns ago.
Made things more dramatic.
They're back again.
I'm back. Just fixed myself dinner before I put it away.
Welcome back.
All right. So what else were we looking to do? Oh, I'm sorry. Your Arcana check. You roll that yet?
No, not yet.
Or what were you looking to roll?
I picked Arcana. I mean, that's a good skill for me. Neither of them's bad, but, you know, just Arcana's more my thing.
Fair enough.
But yeah, even if Sky didn't show up to do that, but, you know, Nurses said she would. Like, I could use my star chain, but I'll save that if I have to make another roll after this.
I'm
Yeah,
just
go
gonna
ahead.
help everyone move stuff.
God awful.
Right, so then go ahead and give me an insight check on top. Also with advantage. Sky's still helping.
Yeah, that's Sky helping with insight.
Sometimes I don't know why I bother with the whole thing of, oh, Charlie wants to investigate and find out lore and knowledge and stuff.
You can't roll a 1. You get to roll again.
Oh yeah, you're one of those halfling things.
I don't think it's supposed to work with advantage, but I don't really care. Alright.
shoot inside.
So between the two of you, you're not able to tell where exactly the portal was supposed to go, or at least the ritual was supposed to pull from. You find yourself scratching your heads, unsure of why you can't figure it out. What's going on? What makes this so obfuscated, so confusing? But it's not until Sky points at something out that it begins to click. The altar is one thing, easily a simple construct of stone. But you can see that it's inscribed along its entire surface, carved into the stone with sigils. Can I open these? Oh, look at that. Cool. Anyway. Carved with arcane sigils and runes. Something catches Sky's eye that helps bring everything into perspective. A section of the altar has been crushed recently, destroying the sigils that were there, and you can see fresh, perhaps ink, or you can only assume blood, used to fill in the section of stone that was broken apart. It's fresh, and you're able to tell is in a completely different style of handwriting than the rest of the arcane sigils. So someone else, and somewhat recently, helped assemble whatever was supposed to be the ritual. Which, when the group finally meet back together, loading up the cart with whatever they can, it would raise a different question. When first approaching the chamber, Sky, Charlie, and Ala heard two distinct voices speaking. Who was the second voice? And what did they gain by helping finish this ritual? And why were they here? You didn't find any clues inside the house, and the only proof of their existence is the somewhat delicately inscribed ritual, or delicately inscribed sigils and runes to betray their existence.
Or did we? Remember those seals that Sky found? Although you just kind of made those up. I think I remember you mentioning that.
A lot of this is made up. Where were the steals? They might have
Like
been
the one with the... I marked them down somewhere. Let me check.
They might have been from the actual adventure. I'm running two different versions of this with different plot hooks between you and the other groups.
I'm back.
Well,
I got pretty much everything about the altar, but what did you say was happening after we met back up?
you went back with the rest of the group and sort of determined, talking amongst yourselves, that if there was someone else involved, what did they have to gain? How did they know to come here? And where did they go?
Oh yeah, one of them was the seal of a strange plant that Sky couldn't identify. The other one was seals like a golden claw with the weird L.
These were on the well.
John, just for fun, when I go down there to get my axe, could I just
No.
say thing too, just to be like, oh, it's that.
Sky found those in the waste bin in one of the studies. There are parts of what looked to be like old letters.
I'm sorry. I was thinking of a different complete. I was thinking seals as in like magical seals, No, okay. Yeah, now I get it. The noble like symbols on them. Yeah. Okay. Now I get
The
it.
only thing I could think of that might have been a clue as to who might have been communicating with the cult.
Hey, what were you saying, Alvin, that you would do while you were down there?
He was getting his weapon.
Well, he said he wanted to see about saying something on the way out. Or...
Thors?
Real close to filing a complaint about that car.
I think I hear it. Turn your mic on real quick. Yeah, that sounds like an engine in the background.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's been there for like the last 30 minutes. He's revving his car and right outside my apartment.
Drop your couch on top of him.
Seems like something you can make a noise complaint about.
He does it all the time. I don't really like to complain about other people, but
Give us the number for management. I'll call them and complain.
John's gonna go all Karen on him.
I will actually. Yeah, if you want, I'll fucking call, bitch my ass out.
This motherfucker living in your apartment building is interrupting my D&D game. He's making so much noise I can hear it from fucking Florida.
So, were there any other specifics we wanted to do while we were here? Before we just say experience and stuff?
The alchemy gear.
Just take Lex down to the cart or whatever, and when she's ready, and
yeah, I can.
I'm not going to have.
I wanted to search the body of the monster also for anything.
You exploded it.
I like to copy
No.
down those new sigils.
I like to eat it.
It's from another plane of existence. No, you don't want to eat
So
it.
I want
the
to eat
sigil
it.
from the altar.
Yeah, the new ones to see if I can figure out what those are about later.
Oh, you know what their purpose is. They are clearly, like I said, the stonework was recently smashed as well. So you can tell that there was something about the altar that must have been incorrect. Something either done incorrectly or maybe not even finished at all. So whoever this other character was came in, destroyed whatever must have been the perhaps shoddy spell work, and then corrected it on their own. It's either
I just kind of figured it might have just been sabotage.
as far as you can tell, it seems to be an actual correction or at least completion of what was being put together.
Should we smash it up before we also?
It actually probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
I'm gonna go down and smash it up while I grab my axe.
Probably make short work of it with a magic axe.
What about my lab equipment and porcelain figurine?
I'll help you move that shit when I come out.
Awesome. Oh, and those 3 chests of belt buckles too.
Yeah, you said you moved those down here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I make a secret check to see if I can just kind of guess about how much those porcelain things would actually be worth?
Sure.
I don't think they're actually worth much.
It just feels like anytime I actually try to make some kind of academic roll to investigate stuff while we're on an adventure, the dice just kind of conspire against me.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
Because every time I use my, even when I'm just like, okay, I'm probably gonna roll bet on this, like I'll use my star chain. You roll 2 2s. Guess I don't
What
know
were
what
you-
to do after all.
What were you rolling towards?
I just was fucking just throwing it, seeing how far it'd go.
Anything else?
Maybe that means raw intelligence with us.
Yeah, why not? Probably guess about probably 4, maybe 5 silver apiece.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There's like 100 of them.
Yeah, you can waste your time with that small change if you want.
I mean,
For a lot of work,
and the part of it's going to just be getting people to buy them.
you don't become a criminal because you want to do hard work.
I have a way of convincing people to buy our merchandise.
By
Sold crab
bugging
stuff
Gilthus
before.
about it, yes.
Yeah, Sky. That's the guess you would. That's the price you would guess to pay, like at a store for one, or at a shop.
I think I completely has no interest in the dolls anymore.
But these are
Yeah.
officially from Haunted House.
Yes. What about the
Here's
alchemy?
edition.
Making their value go down.
We've
Worth
smeared each and every
nothing.
one of them with the blood of a heathen monster.
They're all counterfeit, also.
Alright, I need to do detect magic on that music box to see if it's haunted.
Should we burn this place as we leave too?
I mean, the place doesn't seem to
Is
be
it
haunted
necessary?
anymore.
I mean, there's like the skeleton guy still, right?
All the spirits are gone.
The bones are inert.
Well, should we do something with them then? Like bury him or something? I mean, I guess.
Who, Merrick or
The skeleton?
Honestly,
Oh,
those
the
people seem like they were jerks.
skeletons?
Or burn him? I mean,
Fine, you can burn the house.
we could just burn the skeletons. I mean,
I think they wanted to burn the house.
Oh, let's get Lex out, then let's just go. Leave the
Yes,
place.
remove the
Yeah,
bones
yeah.
and burn it down.
We can just get on our animals in our cart and we can just start heading out. Go get paid, I guess, and let the people in town know what happened. They'll probably be upset we didn't save the mayor's daughter.
bad.
Even though I don't really see how we could have done this any faster. But we almost got completely wrecked by that Valhanoth or whatever.
Goes up paddock.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get paid because we didn't do the job. If the job was to save the mayor's daughter,
But we did solve the problem. I
Okay.
think our job
Yeah,
is
we
to
can
find out
tell
what
them
was
to
going
burn
on
that place
and
if
deal
they
with
want
it.
to.
One at a time.
I'm fine. I'm going with Nerissa. We just bring back this lady and just go back, with the stuff we got.
Yeah, I think that's all we got left to do is report back. let the townsfolk know what was going on, and that we dealt with the monster. And we were just a little too late.
Before we go, I'm gonna heal myself more because fuck it, I don't care.
Okay.
Give myself a juicy level 3 cure wounds.
Have the mayor give us a star review.
To be fair to ourselves, we were in such bad shape after the Bodak, we probably would have died against this thing.
Yeah.
Maybe we would have not been summoned if we did not rush. If we had.
So plus another
I'm
10.
pretty sure it was already here.
Clearly, I messed up. I should have turned him into a monkey right away. He got smashed into the cavern below outside. Skip to the end.
Well, I mean, we didn't know that any of that before.
What was holding all those here if it wasn't for that? I think this has actually been going on for a while.
But yeah, if we had gotten here sooner, like, we probably could have saved the last 3 sacrifices and just not had to fight any banshees.
Or died because we wouldn't have enough health. Ultimately, I think being cautious was the correct decision.
I tend to agree.
Alright, so let's see here. So we had the shadows, we had the rats, we had the wine, we had skeletons. Bodak, birds, rats. We had Banshee, we had big spooks.
I think we did this module pretty well considering what happened to John's other group.
Hey,
What happened to his other group?
They're not done with it yet, CT.
They're already half dead though, literally.
You know how you wanted to attack the skeletons right away, Jimmy?
Mm-hmm.
They did.
Ah.
Hey, can we distribute the fallen members of our party's XP to each other?
No. Nobody died.
No. I mean the 3 that don't play with us anymore.
Look, just because they quit doesn't mean they died. Just means their characters decided to go off on their own.
And also, no.
That's really dumb. The experience was split for those things because we had those numbers for those
Look.
things.
You're some sort of brain-eating monster.
Alright.
Which, I would put it past Tala to be a brain-eating monster. Killing all the monsters, you get a whole 3 experience points each.
Wow.
They
Does
look
make
like
me wanna
monsters to you?
check with
Sorry.
Since I didn't notice it's the last time you were here during it, but since we're about to reward experience, I want to ask about it.
What?
You have 1,300 more experience than Alvin or Cassius do.
I would trust them to if they're in the ballpark then.
They both have the exact same amount.
I mean, I've missed some things, but I think you even used my guide during them. And I've been there since the beginning.
But Cassius hasn't missed anything like in months.
The only thing he misses is perfect opportunities to actually kill Tala for doing something.
Yeah, like him controlling his SMR character just happens to miss the 1 week that Ta'ala sets free a devil.
Oh, I'm sure it won't bite us in the ass.
No.
Oh, no, it never happened.
2 weeks later. This demon, why is it coming after us?
We have 5 years where he can't interact with us.
Never happened now.
Apparently time works differently in hell. It's been 5 years. He's back. He didn't specify hell years or earth years, so...
I'm sorry, John, if you were doing the XP, do you mind just putting it in roll 20?
I was going to put it on in Discord.
Okay, that works.
It's running badly for me.
So I should have. You said 1,300, so I should have like.
I set you to the amount that they have.
Oh, okay, good.
For the encounters,
And now we all get 1,300 experience.
for the quest, for the role play, each of you can add 3,746 experience.
What is my requirement?
You're not there.
For level 8, it's like 36,000 or something.
Yeah, then mine says it should be 23, so this is obviously wrong.
No, your token says that. The token's wrong.
Okay.
34,000 to go from level 7 to 8.
3,000 off level 7.
Just think, guys, 2 more levels, we get +4 to our proficiency bonus rolls. Well, guys, we fought a big scary monster that was actually big and scary. It was pretty.
And I almost
I
died.
was
Couple
good.
times.
Just
Got
short.
a cool moment out of it though.
It was cool. No, yeah, it was hard.
Oh, I really enjoyed
I
this
actually had to
house.
burn a shitload of healing spells for one.
I can't wait for next week where we're doing role playing and doing all the downtime and stuff. I can't wait to help the law and then catch you guys doing criminal shit.
Why would I
You
be
can
doing
catch
criminal?
me kidnapping you.
Ah,
I'm
I
behind.
wake up. Charlie pulls the hood off my helmet. I'm like, head. I'm like, what? What? You're gonna help me get into a party full of nobles? I'm like, what? You're gonna like it. What?
Trade him for a bugbear.
I roll with my disguise kit. Nat 1. I put some lipstick on the front of his helmet.
Hey Dibby, on that 5e tool site, for some reason I can't see the classes anymore.
Maybe I accidentally set the filters to, like, show no sources.
Yep, that was it. I was like, what the fuck? It was only showing artifact Fisher or whatever. Ooh, I get Destroy Undead for Creature 1. Or Character Rating 1. Next level.
As part of the downtimes, you guys managed to sell off some of the wares. About half of the figurines, I guess. But you only managed to get like 1 or 2 silver a piece, depending on who you're trying to sell them to.
How much gold and whatever other monies do we make from this? I'm assuming not much.
I mean, coins and stuff were found like throughout. I mean, people just added them as it went. But for selling the equipment and the like, the party manages to pull together 634 gold pieces.
Very nice.
Divided by 6, right? Am I forgetting anybody?
Let's say 636. That way it divides easier.
So 111 each? 106 each? Yeah, 36, you're right. 106 each.
And Nurse, are you there?
Yeah.
Do you want to do?
Did want to find out what that pearl was.
Yeah. Should I pull you up, or should I just tell you here, or what?
Oh, I mean, sure, you can just say it here. It's not a big deal.
All right. So what you find is that the pearl is a magical item that requires attunement from anybody that can cast a spell. While you have the pearl on your person, you can use its action to speak a command word and regain 1 expended spell slot from 1st to 3rd level. This can be used once a day.
That is pretty good, actually.
That's a free haste.
Oof.
I'll give that to Alvin. If Alvin wants it.
Sure.
It is required attunement, so that would be 2 of Albin's 3 attunement slots.
You can always give it to someone else later. It'd be kind of greedy for me to keep that. Especially since I already have the staff here.
Need me some glamour leather armor.
And that's whole extra mass healing work.
Only way I would say give it to Ta'ala was if it worked for 4th level spell slots.
Oh boy.
Let's see, give it to Alvin or give it to Tala. This is a very difficult choice. I want the God Dwarf to be happy with me.
I think I'm gonna pop out for the night, watch some GoobTube, sit down, eat.
I forget. Do you have the PHB like Giltis on Roll20?
No.
Okay. God damn.
Well, I hope you have a good night, Athos.
I won't.
And thanks for the adventure. It was real fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it
guys
was a
have
fun
yourself.
module.
Bye forever. Bye forever.
Goodbye.
Okay, just gotta level up now.
I got to figure out how to